Hey Scorpio, welcome to Danielle Lee Spiritual Visionary. This is your March 15th to the end of March, the 31st, horoscope. So I am a psychic medium, so I do get messages and things that come through as well as I'm reading. I am going to be reading cards for you. I did just try to do this and I did already pull some cards, which I'll get to in a second. And I have been having issues trying to do your reading, and my computer I'm just going to say it's probably shit itself. Sorry. So the way that the lighting is at the moment on this video is old worldly to me. So that shows me that as a psychic medium that there's this spirit around us that are old worldly. And I feel like there's a lot of communication issues that have been coming up for you. I feel like things started becoming more challenging from around August 2018 for you. And one thing after another just happened. And I feel like the crescendo of it all was probably from around I'm seeing September, October last year, where things just really snowballed into this challenging time for you. And I feel like a lot to do with it was being misunderstood in your communications, okay? So what I'm getting is for you and this colouring is it's old worldly. I'm getting a bit itchy, bit irritated. So I feel like you've been irritated by all this and frustrated from the lack of communication with people because they're just not understanding you. They're not getting where you're coming from. It's quite debilitating in your moving forward, or has been, but it's time, okay? So the cards that I pulled up for you is the Patience card, the Action card, which is like in tarot the Chariot, so it keeps it moving, and All Tied Up. So in regards to feeling all tied up, now I don't necessarily have a way that these cards come out. I feel like that I read how I feel drawn to read them, and All Tied Up, really, you've been bound, like you've stopped talking. My throat stopped when I was doing the reading for you before the computer played up. My throat just went and I could not talk. I just had to clear my throat. So I also have things that have just been falling off and falling over. It's just like every time you try to do something, something else happens. And it's time. This is tying you up. So you feel like your hands are tied. You feel like every time you try to do something, you just knock something over anyway. So you stop. And that's how it's been. And like, especially at the end of last year, it's just been going on and on. So January and February this year for everybody has been a major time and a major shift in our world and how we're coming across to people and the challenges that we've faced. We have all lost a lot of people. They've all gone home to heaven. And I feel like if we didn't know people personally that have passed away and been heartbroken, then you've had those people that you know of, or you've had challenges with people that have broken your heart as well. Okay? The patience card. The patience card has the clock in it. I don't know if you can see that. It has the clock in it. And for me, this is about timing, not necessarily being patient. I feel like you've been patient. That's why your throat's been playing up. But I feel like it's time. It's your time to start moving again. We had the Mercury retrograde go direct last week, and that week was like a transition week for everybody, I feel. Every sign, everybody, every person in humanity, last week was a starting of moving forward. Now, on a worldwide basis, we have this silly virus going around at the moment, and everybody is out of their depth with it. Some people, like myself, are not getting caught up in the hype of it all, but there are some of us that are. And we just have to be, that's where patience comes in, because Scorpio, your communication, you're just like, really? Take a chill pill, people. Just step back and have a look at what the facts are. And it's time for you to say that and stand in your power about that, okay? It's time to start moving forward. I feel like you have been tied up for too long. It's now your time to move forward, okay? Communication is your biggest ally, even though it feels like it's been not been your ally like in recent times. I feel like you've been bound by it. But now is your time to start to talk again, start to communicate, but you need to do it in a way that is graceful and old worldly. So I feel like the descendants that have been in the wars, so in the early 1900s, we have civil wars in the 1600s, we have wars in the 1700s. So we all have ancestors at some point that are coming through for you now, Scorpios. And some of you will know who I'm talking about, and some of you will have to just delve a little bit deeper into your genealogy. Excuse me, see? They're coming through. All these people that have been through wars for us are now wanting to come through for you and be your voice. But you have to be the voice of reason. Excuse me. You have to be the voice of reason now for not only yourself, but other people. And you need to be that voice of reason for the old ways to come back. The old traditional ways that we are lacking in this day and age. And I feel like that's part of, your soul purpose on this earth at the moment is that humanitarian side of you that wants to go out and help others, and it's your communication that will get that. So the blossoming abundance card has come up and the community card. Beautiful. So moving forward from today, moving forward from what I've just talked about of leading up to this moment, what I want you to do today is rely on your community, rely on them to back you up. You have a great community of people around you, and I feel a lot of, as I said, humanitarian work coming up for you, some sort of helping others. I feel that like really you're really passionate about helping people. So it's now time to make that stand, and helping others helps to help yourself, okay? It's not a stepping stone treading on people to get where you need to be. That is who you are. You are there to help people and you want to. You wouldn't be watching this video right now if you weren't meant to see it. So you want to help the people, which will help you to find the abundance you need. And that doesn't necessarily mean monetarily. It means abundance in everything: love, family, friends, you know, finances. Everything will be looked after once you start to get rolling again and start to move. Trust in your community. Voice what you need to say to your community. Bring everyone back into a unit again that you want to. Okay, the last card in that is a man holding a coin. So don't worry about money. If you have some sort of charity work that you want to get into, now is the time in this last half of March to start the ball rolling in the way you want to do that, okay? Put your ideas down on paper, go and seek out your community of people and network and find out who it is that can help you with the coin. I really feel like that's this man with a coin is there to help you move forward financially as well with the challenges that you've faced over the last, like I said, things keep falling down. Things have been breaking. Big things, big ticket items have been breaking around you as well. And it's now time to find the philanthropy in you and that old worldly communication to move forward, okay? Trust it. Trust it. If you need to do some research, Google it. Google old worldly traditions in regard to communication, okay? Because it's there for you. Everything's there in the internet these days. You can actually look it up. The last card I'm going to pull for you is travel. The travel card came up for you. Obviously, it's not a good time in the world to travel. There are lots of things being stopped. But that doesn't mean you can't travel around where you live and travel around and explore your surroundings. All these lights on the reindeer's antlers to me represent a beautiful coming of age, coming into the light, finding things. And this girl, this beautiful girl, is, her hair's flowing. She's riding this big stag. She's finding her way in the light. She's finding her way in the light, and you need to find your way in the light again and trust in that. It says an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So maybe if you want to go for a drive to a certain place, go for that drive to that certain place and find it where it is in your heart that needs to be lifted, okay? It will help to lift you. It will help to find the clarity you need. If you need to be around a beach, drive to a beach and be around a beach. If you need to be near a lake, wherever it is you need to go to, do it. Even if it's just a drive for a day, do it. Travel. You've got the light, you've got the time, you've got the coin. You just have to take action. You got this, Scorpio. Things are really starting to move forward for you. Alrighty, I'm going to leave you with that. I do readings, so if you would like a reading, just go to the description box below. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I would love to see you again. Please take care, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.